All right, what's up, guys? We're up to the doubleheaders, Memorial Day 1949, and we've got Athletics at the Red Sox here, game one of a doubleheader. And we'll see how this one goes. Remember, the Athletics won against the Yankees in the most recent game, 2-1 in 12 innings. This will be Eddie Juiced up here against Ellis Kinder. Juice takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Red Sox in first place, Athletics about 3.5 games out. There's a ball to Juice, it's 1-1. And that misses 2-1 now as Ellis Kinder's out there for Boston. That's hit over to left field right in front of the big monster. Ted Williams pulls that one in for the out, one away. Here now is Elmer Vallo. Kinder, 3.95 the ERA, 3-4 record, and he's looking to get into winning ways. There's a ball to Vallo and another one low and away, 2-0 the count. There's ball 3 down and in, and the 3-0 pitch is ball 4, and Kinder loses him. It doesn't even look like swinging. That brings up Hank Majeski. There's a ball to Majeski, and there goes Vallo for second. Matt Batts' throw is not in time, and Vallo has it stolen. Hank with the runner on at second now. There's a foul ball out of play, 1-1. There's another one fouled straight back. It's 1-2 on Hank. Ground ball left side. Stevens has that. Looks Vallo back to second, throws over to first. 2 gone, and here's Wally Moses. Moses takes a ball inside, 1-0 the count. 318 is Moses' average as he fouls one away, 1-1. 406 on-base percentage, 404 slugging as he takes a strike, and there's another grounder foul, 1-2. Fouled away again, and that's inside and high, 2-2 the count now on Wally. And that misses belt high, but inside, too far inside, full count on him. And that ball is fouled away, the count remains full. And there's one under the hands. That'll be ball 4. So Kinder has 2 walks here so far, and that brings up Sam Chapman. Chapman takes a strike. Big doubleheader, of course. The Red Sox trying to build some room for themselves in the American League. 2-1, the count on Chapman, and it's a swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Chopper over to third base. Johnny Pesky's got that. Throws to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Ted Williams. And I tell you, the Red Sox a little bit different, of course, than the Athletics. You walk anybody in this lineup and you're in trouble. Bobby Shantz is out there for Philadelphia. And as you'll recall, this is that Philadelphia team that doesn't have much pitching. Ground ball down the first base line. That hits the bag. It's over Fain's head, and that's into the corner. That'll be an easy double for Ted Williams. And that brings up Vern Stevens. Stevens, 318 the average, 431 on base percentage. He's got 36 RBIs, and he rips one down to third base, and Majeski looks Williams back, throws to first, one away. Here's Dom DiMaggio. Dom takes a breaking ball high, 1-0, and there's a strike. It's 1-1 on Dom. That's inside, 2-1 now the count, 363 his average. That's a big bender outside, 3-1 on Dom, and he takes a strike at the belt. It's a full count now on DiMaggio. He fouls that one off just barely, remains full, the count, and there's a swing and a miss by DiMaggio, and that's the second out. Here now, Billy Goodman. Goodman takes the ball. Goodman with only 7 RBIs so far, and fouls one away, and it's Fain who has that one. He stumbles a little bit, but makes that catch, and we go to the top of the second. Nothing to score, and here is Ferris Fain who takes the strike, 0-1. So Red Sox unable to score. There's a ground ball to Stevens who throws to first, one away. Here's Pete Suter now for the Athletics, and he takes a strike off speed. And another strike right over the heart of the plate, 0-2 now on Suter, and he was called out looking at that changeup. He didn't swing at anything. 2 gone. Here's Joe Astruth. That's strikeout number 1 for Kinder. There's a ball in there to Joe, and then another one outside, 2-0 the count. Ground ball down the first base line. Goodman lets that one roll, and that one curves just foul. And so it remains, it's a 2-1 count now, that is. There's ball 3, 3-1 on Joe. And there's a good strike in there, curveball, full count, and that's hitting the right center field, and that one will split him, and that's in there for a double. Astruth makes it to second. That'll bring up Bobby Shantz, the pitcher. 2 outs, so he'll be swinging away. He takes the strike and then takes the ball, 1-1. 333 the average, good for a pitcher. 2-1 after that ball, and that one misses again, 3-1. And there's a curve low, and Kinder's having real control problems here today. Walk number 3 given up. Here's Eddie Juiced, and he hits one over to right field, and it's Al Zarilla who makes that catch for the out. And tell you, Kinder got away with one there. We go to the bottom of the second inning, still no score, and here is Zarilla. Zarilla takes the ball, 318 the average, and with some power. 2-1 now the count on him quickly, and that change ups on the inside corner. It's 2-2. That's below the knees. Full count now on Al. And boy, there's a swing and a miss on that one. Good fastball by Bobby Shantz. One away. Here's Johnny Pesky. Bottom of the second. 1 out. Nobody on. There's a ball to Pesky. and line drive over to left field, base hit that falls in front of Elmer Vallo. And that brings up now Matt Batts. Batts hitting only 143. Got Pesky on in front of him, and he's going to be running. Let's see if we can get this base stolen. There goes Pesky, and he beats that one. His steal 6th of the season. 7 attempts. He's only been caught once. That's against 8 steals in real life. So, yeah, we do overuse these guys just a little bit. 0-1 the count now on Batts. Runner on in scoring position. And there's a strike by Chance. 0-2 the count. And he swings and misses that one. And, man, Matt Batts... If this were OOTP and I'm managing the roster, he might be going down to AAA. Bobby Doerr now 2 outs, runner on at second. They're going to walk Doerr intentionally to get to Ellis Kinder. Well, Kinder can't hit anything, so see what happens. Kinder takes a ball, 1-0. And it's in the dirt, 2-0 on Kinder. Don't swing. Well, he does swing that time and misses, 2-1 the count. There's a liner to the right side. That's a base hit, and that's going to score Pesky. Bobby Doerr stops the second base. We'll hold him there. And that brings up Ted Williams. So Ellis Kinder, despite all of my mocking and laughing and joking, gets the base hit to drive in the run. It's a 1-0 lead for Boston. And here comes Ted Williams, and here comes danger. That's a ball to Williams, 379 the average. There's another curveball in there for a ball. It's 2-0 on Ted. And that one's way loose and out of Chance's hand, as it goes out of Chance's hand, rather, and that's ball 3, and Williams will take this one. And that's ball 4 well inside. That loads him up, and that will bring up Vern Stevens. Bases loaded. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Boston, and there's a ball in there to Vern. And he hits a little ground ball over to Suter. It's short at second base, throws to first, and that does it. We go to the top of the third inning. Big chance by the Red Sox, and they only get 1 out of it. Here's Elmer Vallo for Philadelphia. He takes a strike, 0-1. And then a ball just low, 1-1. That's high, 2-1. Popped up third base side, and that ends up landing foul. It was between 3 players, and any one of them could have caught that ball, and instead that ends up just a foul ball and just a strike. It'll show up just as a strike there in the box score if anybody even pays attention to it, but that's one of those really shoulda, coulda type foul balls. So 2-2 the count, and that pitch misses from Kinder. It's a full count again. And that's in there for strike 3, and Kinder gets his second strikeout. 1 away. Here's Hank Majeski. Slider is low, 1-0. And there's a swing and a miss and 1 in the dirt. It's 1-1. Little squibbler, and it's Doerr who has that. Throws to first for the out, 2 away. And here comes Wally Moses. That's a ball low to Moses, 1-0. Ground ball down the third base line. Pesky gets a glove on that one, but he just slows that one down as that goes rolling to the corner, and Moses has an easy double. So another runner on at second base. We've had a lot of those so far. Here's Sam Chapman who takes a ball, then hits one deep to center field. DiMaggio breaks back on that one, and he's got it for the out. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 1-0 lead for Boston. And here is Dom DiMaggio, who takes a ball low, 1-0. There's a pop-up down the third base line. Majeski has that for the out, 1 away. Here's Billy Goodman, muscles that one on into left center field for a base hit, and that'll bring up Alzarilla, runner on at first base. Only 1 out, bottom of the third, 1-0 Red Sox. There's a ground ball over to Chance. The pitcher has it, turns around, throws to Juice for 1. They go on to Fain at first for the double play. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Remember, the Philadelphia Athletics are synonymous with double play in 1949. Here now is Ferris Fain to start this off for the top of the fourth for the Athletics. 2 quick strikes on him. It's 0-2, and there's a ball high. 1-2 the count. That's low. It's 2-2 on Ferris. And there's a ball off the outside edge. It's a full count, and he holds up in time. And that'll be ball 4 to Fain. Kinder has now walked 4. Unusual for Kinder to be so wild. Here's Pete Suter, who fouls one away, 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss, 0-2. That's a ball high, 1-2 the count now in Suter. That's hit over to deep left center field. DiMaggio, center fielder, has that for the out. There's 1 away. Here comes Joe Astruth, who had the double earlier, and Fain takes off as Astruth fouls one away foul, 0-1. There's a throw to first base, nothing doing. Next pitch in there, and it's a slider low, 1-1 on Joe. And there's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2 the count on Joe Astruth. A little fly ball over to right field. Alzarilla's got that one easily, 2 away, and here comes Bobby Chance. Ball high to Chance, 1-0 the count. And there's a swing and a miss by Bobby, 1-1. It's hit over to right center field. Zarilla's got that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pretty easy inning there for Kinder, and here comes Johnny Pesky, who takes a strike. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0. 1-for-1 is Pesky, and he's scored that 1 run. 2-1 the count on him now, and it's 3-1 as that one missed. Chance's next pitch is in there for a strike, so it's a full count now on Johnny. Foul that one back. Count remains full. There's ball 4. Pesky gets the walk, and that'll bring up Matt Batts. And what do? He's not much of a bunter. We're going to bun with him anyway, I think. There's a ball in there to Batts. 1-0 the count. Throw to first, nothing doing. There goes Pesky again, and he's thrown out, and that's only the second time he's been thrown out this season. 6 steals, 2 times thrown out. That'll be 2-0 the count on bats, and there's a swing and a miss. It's 2-1. There's a swing and a miss on a nice changeup, 2-2, and there's a ball to bats, full count on him. And he swings and misses the one that bounces, and that's a sign that he's just not hitting quite right. So 2 away here, and here comes Bobby Dewar. Bobby took a walk last time up, takes a ball, and then another ball, 2-0 the count. There's a breaking ball that misses, 3-0 on Bobby, and that's a strike in their automatic 3-1. There's another strike in their full count now on Bobby, and that's hit down the left field line, and just foul. Full count remains. And that is a ball low, and so Dewar walks again, and that'll bring up Ellis Kinder. Kinder, of course, is the man of the hour as he drove in the only run for the Red Sox, and he's also pitching pretty well, I would say. Kinder takes a ball, 1-0 is the count. There's another one inside, 2-0 on Ellis. That's in the dirt, 3-0 the count, and we'll have him take this one. And that's ball 4, and that's not what you want to do because guess who's coming up? Williams today is 1 for 1, 379 the average, and he's out hitting everything in the American League. He takes the ball high, and there's a strike, 1-1 on Ted. Popped up, out of play, 1-2 now the count on Williams. There's a swing and a miss, and that one strike 3, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Eddie Juiced. Juiced up there takes the ball. 1-0 is the count on him. Swing and a miss is 1-1 on Eddie. There's a ball high and outside. 2-1 the count. Fly ball left field line. Foul. 2-2 on Eddie. Next pitch is low. Full count now on Juiced. And there's a swing and a miss. And Kinder got him. And that's strikeout number 3. Now it's Elmer Vallo. Popped up left side. Pesky doesn't have room. It's 0-1 count now on Vallo. Ground ball to short. Stevens has that, throws to first. 2 gone. Here's Hank Majeski. Majeski takes a strike. And then there's another one in there for a strike breaking ball. It's 0-2. A little fly ball, shallow right field. Zarilla's got that for the out. And we go quickly to the bottom of the 5th inning. Vern Stevens leads this off. He's 0 for 2 today. Takes the ball, kind of in a slump. He was hitting much better. Ground ball to short. Eddie Juiced has that, throws to first easily for the out, 1 away. And here's Dom DiMaggio, who fouls one past third. 0-1 the count on him. It's fouled away. It's 0-2. That's inside and low. 1-2 on Dom. That's outside. 2-2 now the count on him. There's a line drive single over to left field, and DiMaggio's got his hit for today, and that'll bring up Billy Goodman hitting in that number 4 spot. Goodman hasn't hit much, of course, this season, only 49 at-bats, but he's hitting .429, big power. Takes the ball, 1-0 the count. Of course, we're not sending DiMaggio. It's ridiculous with 1 out. 1-1 the count now on Billy. There's a ball to Goodman, 2-1. That's pop fouls, 2-2 the count. Breaking ball missed high, so it's a full count on Goodman. He's 1 for 2 today, and there's ball 4 in tight, and that'll bring up Al Zarilla. So runners on at first and second now for Al Zarilla. And Zarilla, like so many of these Red Sox, just feasts off of left-handed pitching. Zarilla today 0 for 2, hit into a double play last time. He takes a ball. Another one high, 2-0 on Al. And that's a changeup for a strike. It's 2-1 on Zarilla. Ground ball up the middle, Suter to Juiced, and back on to Fain, and that's another double play for Zarilla. So we go to the top of the 6th. Don't think that the Red Sox traded for those double plays. Wally Moses takes the ball, hitting .322. Fly ball to Williams and left, and he's got it for the out, 1 away. Sam Chapman now takes a curve low and outside. It's 1-0. Ripped over first base, and that's a fair ball, and Chapman goes all the way around and winds up at third base as that throw from Zarilla is not in time. That brings up Ferris Fain, and that brings up a problem for the Red Sox. So the infield comes in with only 1 out. There's a ball to Fain, 1-0 the count. There's a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. That's inside and fouled away. 1-2 the count on Fain. That's high. It's 2-2. That's ripped, and that's a single, and that knocks in the run, and that ties us at 1, and that will bring up Pete Suter. And it's a 1-1 ball game, and there's a ball in there to Suter. So Kinder, still some bad luck. Fly ball over to DiMaggio in center as Fain was running on that one, and he has to go all the way back to first, 2 away, and here's Joe Astruth. Bad luck for Ellis Kinder as Astruth takes the ball low, and there's one off the plate, 2-0 the count. And there's a ball that misses, 3-0. That's low, and that's another walk. So 5 walks for Kinder as he's starting to self-destruct. There's a ball to Chance. 100 pitches already. There's another ball. It's 2-0. Fouled away, 2-1. Another ground ball foul, 2-2 the count on Chance. And there's a ground ball to Dewar at second. Throws to first for the out easily, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Johnny Pesky here who takes the ball, 1-0. So 1-1 ball game as Pesky fouls one away. The count on him also 1-1. Athletics have come back, and there's a foul ball. It's 1-2 on Pesky, and that one is on the outside corner. 4 strike, 3 called. So Shantz, 6 walks and 6 strikeouts in this game, trying to do it all himself. 1 away, and here's Matt Batts. Batts has struck out twice today, and he takes a strike. Another ball low, 1-1 the count on Batts. And there's a strike in the inside corner. Batts hasn't really swung it much. That one misses low, 2-2 the count. There's a curve high and outside. It's a full count on Batts. And he swings and misses at that one. That's strikeout number 7 by Shantz. 2 gone. And here's Bobby Doerr. There's a pitch low and away, 1-0 the count. And there's one just fouled back. It's 1-1 on Bobby. That's off the plate, 2-1 now the count. That's off the plate again. It's 3-1 on Doerr. He's walked twice already and hits one over to Juiced at short. Line drive that's pulled in. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Still 1-1 game. And here is Eddie Juiced, who takes the ball 1-0. So close game, 2-0 now on Juiced as Kinder continues to miss. And there's a strike, 2-1 the count. Juiced 0 for 3 today, and that's fouled away. It's 2-2. Struck out once. That's fouled away again, 2-2. There's a pop-up high, and Bobby Doerr waits for it, and gets it for the out, 1 away. Now it's Elmer Vallo. That ball is inside, 1-0 the count. There's a pop-up outside of third base and into the seats. 1-1 now on Elmer. It's fouled away. It's 1-2 on him. There's a line shot right side to Goodman and past him for a single. So that's hit number 5 for the Athletics, and that'll bring up Hank Majeski. And here comes Philadelphia. There's a strike in there to Majeski. 0-1. There's a bouncer over off of Kinder, and he's got that one, knocks it down, throws to first for the out, and Vallo moves up to second. Not a bunt, but as good as one, and there's 2 away here for Wally Moses. There's a slider in there for a strike to Wally, and it's a ground ball over to Goodman, and he's got that, throws to the bag himself, waves off Kinder, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. And it will be Ellis Kinder, and now it's decision time. He's 1 for 1 today. He hasn't been pitching great, but good enough. We'll keep him in, and he takes a ball. And there's another ball low and inside. He's got the only RBI of the day for the Red Sox, and there's a fly ball to Vallo for the out, 1 away. That'll bring up Ted Williams. Williams is 1 for 2 today. Takes a ball. He struck out last time. There's one high, 2-0 on Ted. Swing and a miss on that one. It's 2-1, and that's up and in. It's a 3-1 count on Williams, and he watched that one all the way, and he takes his stroll down to first base, and that'll bring up Vern Stevens. Stevens is 0 for 3 today, still in a little bit of a slump. And he takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Throw to first base, Williams not doing anything. Next pitch is in there, and that's lined to right center field, and Chapman can't get to that one, and that goes to the fence. Here comes Williams around to try to score. Throw goes home, and he is called safe emphatically by the umpire, and that makes this a 2-1 ball game. That'll bring up Dom DiMaggio. So 2-1 Red Sox here, 7th inning. DiMaggio, 1 for 3 so far today, 362 is average, and he loves hitting against Philadelphia. And there's a line drive over to second base. Suter's got that one, makes the grab, and runs over to the bag and doubles off Stevens, and we go to the top of the 8th just like that. So it's a 2-1 ball game, and here is Sam Chapman up against Kinder. He tripled last time, and he takes a ball. There's a smash left side into the hole, and that's a base hit, so he gets his second hit of the game past Stevens, and that'll bring up Ferris Fain. 2-1 the count, or 2-1 the score, sorry. There's a ball in there to Fain, 1-0 the count. There's a bunt in front of the plate, and Batts throws over to Stevens covering at second in time, and so they take the risk and get the lead runner, 1 away. And here now is Pete Suter, who takes the ball, 1-0 the count. And there's another one that just misses, 2-0 on Suter. And that's up and in there for a strike, 2-1 now on Pete, and that's lined to the right field, and that'll be an easy double for Suter, and Fain goes all the way to third. That'll bring up Joe Astruth, and so what do you do here? 1 out, up by a run, 126 pitches here for Kinder, and I think we'll keep him in. Infield comes in. There's a swing and a miss by Astruth, 0-1. Pop up over left field, and Williams has that for the out, 2 away, and that'll bring up Bobby Shantz. There's a strike in there to Bobby, 0-1. That's off the outside edge. It's 1-1 on Bobby. Swing, or it's watched for a strike, 1-2, and that's fouled away. 1-2 remains. There's a high fastball, and he doesn't swing. They call that not a swing, 2-2. There's a fly ball over to right field, and Alzarilla's got that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll be Billy Goodman up here for the Red Sox, so they get through that one easily. And here's Goodman, who's 1 for 2, takes a ball high, and then a strike, 1-1. And there's one on the inside corner for another strike, 1-2. And there's one in tight, and that's called third strike, strikeout number 8 for Shantz. So 1 down. Here is Al Zarilla. And that's down and in for a ball to Zarilla, 1-0. And that's way inside, 2-0 the count on Zarilla. Foul ball out of play, 2-1 now. And that's fouled away, 2-2 the count on Al. hit over left center field, and that one's between Vallow and Chapman, and that's an easy double for Zarilla, and that'll bring up Johnny Pesky. So runner on at second as Zarilla finally breaks through today with a hit. Hit number 7 for the Red Sox. 2-1 the score still, and here comes Pesky hoping to add to it. There's a ball to Pesky, 1-0, and there's a pop fly, and it's going to be Suter who catches that for the out. 2 gone. Now it's Matt Batts, who struck out 3 times today. Takes the ball, 1-0. And that misses again, 2-0 on Batts. First time he's been ahead. 3-0 now the count. And Chance loses him, and that's ball 4. And that'll bring up Bobby DeWer. DeWer has walked 2 times. Chance now has walked 8, struck out 8 here in 7 2/3 innings. And see what he can do against Bobby DeWer. And there's a strike in there to Bobby, 0-1. Hard ground ball on the ground over to the left side. Juiced has that one, throws over to first for the easy out, and we go to the top of the 9th. And it will be Eddie Juiced again, so it's the hard top of the order for the Athletics here by the top of the 9th inning, and there's a ball to Juiced, who's 0 for 4. There's a strike from Kinder, 1-1. That misses, 2-1 the count. Ground ball in the hole. Stevens has that one, bobbles it though, and he has no play at first, and Juiced is on. And that might be a key play here. Here now, Elmer Vallow lines one over to right field, and that's between Dewar and Goodman. Here comes a throw into third base, and that's into the runner, Juiced, and he's safe at third. And so just like that, Kinder's gotten himself into trouble, and we may need to go to the bullpen here finally, trying to stay as long as I can with him because I knew coming in that this is what the bullpen looks like. It's going to be Quinn who comes in. So we will put Quinn into this ball game, yeah, we're going to have to put Lou Stringer in. We're going to do one of these quick... okay, I thought I had him selected. I guess I didn't. We're going to have to do one of these quick changes here. And Lou Stringer will come in. He will hit in the as the first batter in the bottom of the 9th inning, should we get that far. There's nobody out, so we're going to keep the infield in. It's Taffy Wright who comes in as a pinch hitter for the Athletics. There's a... ground ball over to second base. No chance to get Vallow, and Juice goes for home. So Stringer will throw home, and he throws his man out. So there's one away. Here comes Wally Moses. Now runners on a first and second, 1 out. Infield and double play depth, and there's a strike to Moses, 0-1. There's a ball inside, 1-1 the count on Moses. Ground ball first base side foul, 1-2 on Wally. That's high, 2-2 the count. It's high and inside, full count now on Wally. And there's one pulled, that's hit long, and that is hit out of here. That was pulled by Moses, left-handed hitter, over to right field, and that's a long way to hit a baseball, and that makes us a 4-2 lead for the Athletics. And that brings up Sam Chapman, so that will spoil your day for the Red Sox, and Chapman takes the ball, 1-0, and there's one outside, 2-0 the count. That's a strike, 2-1 now. Frank Quinn giving up a rare home run, only 2 given up in real life in 22 innings. Here he's pitched 10 1/3 and given up 2 home runs already. And it's a ground ball over to, who was that? To ground ball over to Stevens, and it's off his glove for an error. First error of the ball game, and Chapman reaches first, and that'll bring up Ferris Fain. 10 hits for the Athletics, and this 1 error for the Red Sox. Fain fouls one off. There's a ground ball over to third. Pesky throws over to Stringer for 1 and on to first for the double play. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's a 4-2 lead for the Athletics, and this will be Lou Stringer hitting 300. Hasn't hit much this season, only 3 for 10. Takes the ball and a strike, 1-1. Curveball misses. It's 2-1 on Stringer. Here, strike 2 by him, 2-2. That's bounced off the mound, and Juiced has that, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Ted Williams up there now has walked 2 times, struck out once as 1 for 2. 377 that average. He takes a fastball low and inside, 1-0. There's a grounder past Chance and into the hole for a base hit. And that's a base hit for Williams, who's on at first, and that makes him 2 for 3 today. And he represents not the tying run, but he represents something. Here comes Vern Stevens now, and he loves that left-handed pitching. And remember that the Athletics don't have much of a bullpen. Chance stays in there, and there's a little pop-up down the left field line, and that one is in there for a hit. And that will send Williams over to second base, and we have a ball game here. So the Red Sox with the tying run now on first base. It'll bring up Dom DiMaggio here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And I have to wonder if they're going to stay with Chance or not. Chance has struck out 8, walked 839 pitches, and he does stay in. So here is Dom DiMaggio. Takes the ball 1 for 4 today. He's feasting off of Philadelphia pitching. There's a strike to Dom, 1-1. Curveball misses, 2-1 the count. And that's a let-up pitch, for a strike. It's 2-2 on Dom. That's foul, the way out of play, 2-2 it remains, and that's in there in the dirt. Full count now on DiMaggio. Goodman waits behind him. It's foul back, still a full count, 1 out, and there's a waist-high pitch called for strike 3, 2 gone. That'll bring up Billy Goodman. Goodman today is 1 for 3. Doesn't have too much power, and we'll see what he can do here. There's a strike to Goodman, 7 RBIs this season. Runners on at first and second. There's a ball, 1-1 the count. Looper over shortstop, and that'll be a base hit. And Williams turns to go home, and the question is, do we send him or do we not? I think we're actually going to hold him. We'll play a little bit safe here. So with 2 outs here, we don't want to make that third out here foolishly. We've decided to play it safe. It's still a 4-2 game, but the bases are now loaded for Alzarilla, and so now is the point in time where you figure out if it was worth making that trade to get Zarilla. Hitting .313 so far, but you need to have him hit well in situations like this. He had a double in the 8th inning, 1 for 4 today. There's a strike to Al, and there's another changeup for a strike, is 0-2. It's hit over to second base. Suter has that easily and throws to first for the out, and that's the way this one ends. 4-2 the final score, 10 hits for both teams. Red Sox with the only error, fairly costly, but it was that home run that killed him, and the Athletics came from behind to win, and this American League pennant race in 1949 is quite exciting, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you tomorrow with another game. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.